Good afternoon. This is an interview with Bob Proudfoot for the oncoming Shoalhaven City Council Elections we're having this year on the 14th of September. And I appreciate you taking time out, Bob, today for me to personally interview you and in relation to the upcoming elections, so we can advise our local communities what the Shoalhaven Independents is coming up with for the election. And understand the theme of the Shoalhaven Independents is we can build a better Shoalhaven. How would you and the Shoalhaven Independents propose to do this once elected?
Yeah, well, thanks, John, for that question. The Shoalhaven Independents are a group of independent people who live in the Shoalhaven, who reside in the Shoalhaven, who recreate in the Shoalhaven, and we come together at election time with a common set of policies, a common set of goals to present to the community and to represent the average community person on the real issues that concern them regarding Shoalhaven City Council.
Right.
Now we have a set of policies. It's quite a detailed set, but I can summarise some of those for you that we agree upon.
Yep.
We are a registered group, but only for the Shoalhaven. We're not like a political party. We're not like the Labor or the Greens or the Liberal Party, who respond to head office and respond to their own ideology and to sometimes state and federal policies. We are purely within the Shoalhaven with our heart, which lies, as our roots do, in the Shoalhaven. Now, the key policy at the moment is certainly to restore the financial stability of the Shoalhaven City Council, which has gone into really difficult times in the past 3 years.
Yeah.
We have a plan to do that, and we'll tell you more about that plan as the election time goes on. We intend to fix the roads, we intend to fix the potholes, we intend to do more curb and guttering, and we'll do that by resurrecting good financial stability. That's how we will afford to do it, and we'll do it according to a needs basis indicated to us by our residents. So there's some key things that we shall do in the Shoalhaven that will hopefully have us elected to Shoalhaven City Council, but to restore some pride in that council.
Right. And look, thank you, Bob, for that. And obviously you're a well-known and strong community advocate for improvements around the area and well respected through the Bay and Basin and wider community. You have served as a councillor before and for about 9 years, and you would like to represent the Shoalhaven Independents in Ward 2. What has made you decide to do that now?
Well, one of the things that has driven me to do that is the call from our community to govern much better in terms of the council laws themselves, and also to make sure our council staff have switched onto the needs of our community. Do you know that the Bay and Basin area is the number one tourist destination in New South Wales outside of Sydney? And the amount of tourists that come here, it really does stretch our infrastructure. Mm-hmm. And so the first thing we'll be doing, I'll be wearing a track out, and so will the Mayor, Patricia White, and we hope that Patricia, our mayoral candidate, gets there. We'll wear a track out to Parliament House, New South Wales. We want more money to restore the damaged infrastructure caused by tourists, and we love them coming here because they create jobs, but they also damage our tourism infrastructure. That I'm talking about coastal areas, I'm talking about the walking tracks around the coastal estuaries, I'm talking about the car park areas, I'm talking about the amenities blocks. They stretch those to the limit. So we need to actually get funds into those projects and make sure we can restore those so that the local people can enjoy them, not just as tourists do, but as local people can as well. That's one thing that drives me to stand for council. As well as that, we have the sporting community of the Bay and Basin area. Now, our kids do not have enough sporting fields here. It's a shame. We're 7 playing fields short of what we need. Right. And with a big influx of young girls playing sport now, we have to find a space to build those sporting fields. And I will be driven to do that, and I will do that on behalf of the community.
That would be great. And I think we've touched on 2 of the policies so far, but one of the other major policies the Shoalhaven Independents would like to change or bring into council for the next 4 years, encouraging investments into the area, for example, local businesses, housing, even assisting in affordable housing for the needy in relation to the homelessness.
Well, some of the other policies do centre around housing, and the way that we can make sure that housing becomes affordable for our residents and for new residents coming into the area is to increase the supply of land. And the best way to increase the supply of land is to look for land that it's already cleared. We're not into bulldozing forests. look
Yeah.
for already cleared land, change our LEP, our local environment plan, to reflect the real needs of our community and get out there and help young people get into homes. Another idea is that we have, and we're looking at it, is shared equity housing. Sometimes young people cannot borrow the required amount of money to purchase a home. Under the shared equity model, where they'll borrow part of the amount, and the state government hopefully will come on board with the other part of the amount, at which stage the young homeowner can actually afford to move into the house and then perhaps even pay it off. That would be a great outcome for our young people.
Right. And you've talked on finance before. I mean, what do you think? And I know you said you'll talk about finances in due course here. We're doing council there. What do you think? How would you bring the council finance into order?
Well, we need to do two things. First of all, you increase your revenues. So we look at all possible ways to increase revenues. Now, that does not mean putting up rates. And it does not mean selling off parts of land that our community values, but there's a whole range of opportunities within that scope that we can move on. There's no doubt about that. And the other way you increase your capacity to manage your finances is to decrease your costs. So we'll be going right through the council finances. And now, in addition to that, there are some very highly qualified people in the Shoalhaven who have indicated they would like to come on board as a people's committee to review the finances and report back to the mayor, and then the mayor will report back to the council laws. So that's a healthy thing for our citizens to actually drive the process.
That sounds good. And look, as a matter of importance, will you encourage council to resolve any updating roads infrastructure, even providing the community with easy access to provide notification of potholes or damaged roads to council there?
Well, we can continue some of the very good work that members of our local depots are doing at the moment. They get out there and they go around taking photographs of all the potholes. There are so many, they take the photographs and they put those on a site. We'd expand that because our local depot workers work very, very hard indeed. So they're completely on board in restoring the road network, and we'll get the money because we will restore the finances and we'll put that into roads. Primarily roads, even though it's not a sexy thing to say, but that's what our community wants. They want us to fix the roads. You know what? A resident the other day, I was talking to a guy that lives out at Vincenti the other day, and he said he knows when he's back in the Shoalhaven. I said, how do you know you're back in the Shoalhaven? He said, because the tears come out of the headlights of the car. So even the car knows I'm back in the Shoalhaven, and we need to do something about it. Right.
Well, thank you for that, Bob. And look, in relation to local public transport buses, would you support to work with Transport for New South Wales and any other stakeholders to promote our local residents in catching local buses within the area with upgraded infrastructure, proper signage of bus stop signs, upgraded bus shelters where needed, which could then promote these services to tourists that travel throughout Shoalhaven, even to scenic destinations?
Well, regarding transport in the Shoalhaven, but transport in the Bay and Basin area in particular, it's a very important role of a councillor to advocate on behalf of the community. And that's a role that I've done before and I continue to do. And I would certainly take up the transport issues. It's very difficult to get around. If you're an elderly person living at, say, Sanctuary Point, and you'd like to go to Nowra, it's a fairly limited scope that you have to get there and back in one day. And so we need to do something about that and recognise the fact that it's unlikely that the rail network will extend down to the Bay and Basin area, so we need to improve the bus network. And as an advocate or a potential advocate for those people, I will certainly represent their views.
Excellent. And to ensure that in times of natural disasters, have an emergency plan in place where council engage with local communities to prepare for evacuations and to return to a natural life's needs.
Well, that's an important part of our policy range because in the last natural disasters that happened, there was real evidence that the disabled and the frail were left behind. Unintentionally, for sure, but they need to be protected, and we need to come up with a real policy area in this one to make sure our disabled and make sure that our elderly and our frail are not left behind in terms of bushfires, in terms of floods, and we need to reach out and make sure their resilience is high, but make sure the communication to these people is also high.
Yeah, well, that's great. And Look, just explain why a single vote for the Shoalhaven Independents will make our area a better place to live in.
A single vote for the Shoalhaven Independents will make it a better place to live in, because we're not governed by the head office of political parties. We're independent people who represent local people. And don't forget, the council is the people's government, and we intend to represent those people to the best of our abilities. So if you vote for the Shoalhaven Independents, you will not be let down. You will be advantaged, because we're in there having a go for you.
Excellent. And look, one of the last thing I'd like to talk about is, we spoke about tourist attractions, but around the Basin area, we've got the Basin Walk here, and just wondering how we could promote the Basin Walk, the Rear Waters Walk, to attract local tourists through the Shoalhaven tourism, and whether you would support that in the future for us.
Well, we can work through Shoalhaven Tourism, we can work through Tourism New South Wales to promote all the attributes of the Bay and Basin area, but hand in glove with that, we need to make sure we can maintain what we have and then expand upon what we have. And we do that in conjunction with our community. We need to know that our community are on board, and once our community are on board, I'm sure that Tourism Shoalhaven and New South Wales Tourism, they'll come on board, as will anyone in the Shoalhaven. We can also promote tourism from within. It's not just from Sydney and from overseas, but we can, from within the Shoalhaven, say from Ulladulla right through to Berry, encourage those guys to come along to the Bay and Basin area and enjoy the attributes, the natural attributes of the Bay and Basin area.
Yeah, so look, and I believe that everyone can follow the Shoalhaven Independents through their Facebook page, or your Facebook page, I should say. If anyone would like to contact yourselves to support, or either offering help to support the Shoalhaven Independents, how could they do that, Bob?
Well, that would be most welcome, and those details are on our Facebook page, and they're readily available to the members of the public.
Yep.
And so we certainly encourage you, if you feel that way inclined, to go and support the true independents, and we are truly independents, only independent for the Shoalhaven, nowhere else, not governed by political parties.
Yep.
We need you to come on board, and we encourage you to do so.
Right, thank you so much for your time to showcase the Shoalhaven Independents to us here, and the awareness why residents of ratepayers of Ward 2 should vote for the Shoalhaven Independents, and also for the rest of the Shoalhaven local government area. And we're in the Paradise Beach Reserve here, a great place to have this interview, and really appreciate your time today there, Bob.
My absolute pleasure.